Hi, this is Roger Walterhouse, the Director of Ministry Programs with Feed the Hungry, and I wanted to share a story about my recent trip to Zambia, where I was able to visit with our feeding partners, African Vision of Hope. While we were there, they took me to a rural village called Chongwei, and they wanted to introduce me to a family that Feed the Hungry was able to help. And so we began this walk up this trail to this family's home. And as we did so, we passed a man who was along the side of the road planting sweet potatoes. As we passed, he noticed the Feed the Hungry logo that was on my shirt, and he jumped up and he ran over and fell at my feet, wrapped his arms around me, and he began to share with me the story of how Feed the Hungry had helped his family out. His name is Joseph, and he had 4 children. In the spring, the drought had killed off most of his crops, and he was uncertain as to how they were even going to feed the family. They had gone months with food insecurity, and then it became a daily struggle as to how the children were going to even get a single meal. And just as all hope had pretty much faded for their family's survival, Feed the Hungry, through African Vision of Hope, was able to give that family enough food to not only survive day to day, but also to sustain them until they could get a small harvest of maize together. When we visited with the family, I got to meet Joseph's wife and his children. They were happy. Things were going much better in their lives at that point. And I noticed that as I sat down with them, that over in the corner of the kitchen, there were a few bags of rice that were still left that had been given to him. I pointed them out, and Joseph nodded his head, and he said, "We're keeping those just in case something like this happens again." Thank you, Feed the Hungry donors, supporters. We appreciate all that you're doing. You are making a difference in the lives of Joseph and his family and so many others like him all around the world.